So everyone is talking about Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey's breakup. I made a video about this on my second channel, the Kenim O show. And on that video, I really broke down the relationship angle, and because that channel is more of like a personal, you know, channel about personal stuff. So go check out the Kenim O show. But here, this channel is all about the business of Hollywood, the business of entertainment. And I want to talk about this from a business angle. This relationship, this breakup, and what this could mean for both of them moving forward. So the first question is, did Michael B. Jordan give Lori Harvey clout? Because this is a conversation I've heard people, having across the internet and just like with friends as well. People have been claiming, he brought her out the mud or whatever. So let's talk about this. First of all, let's talk about the fact that she already had proximity to fame, being Steve Harvey's stepdaughter, not his original daughter, but his stepdaughter. And she caught everyone's eye by just how stunning she was on Instagram. Her, and I remember LL Cool J's daughter, all sort of caught people's eye. But Lori Harvey kind of stayed in our minds because she started dating Trey Songz. She then dated Future. She then dated Diddy. And let's remember, she was seen with Diddy and Steve Harvey and her mother on vacation. So it was like, okay, well, the family's accepting this. And we also learned that Steve Harvey is, very close with her, participates in her life like a father. I mean, he is her stepfather since she was like a young teenager. So it makes sense. He's really fully in her life. Then after Diddy, she went back to Future. So people are saying whatever, she's for the streets or whatever. But I think when it comes down to it, it's not even about the quantity of men that she's dated, but it's about the quality of men that she's dated. And these three men specifically, Trey Songz, who has like sexual assault allegations against him, so many horrible things. If you just Google him, you see the things that women explain how their explicit experiences with him. Not a great image with Trey Songz, right? Then we have Future, who's known to have so many baby mamas and so many kids out of wedlock. Also not a reputable man, in that space. And he's known to have these messy relationships with women. Quite a promiscuous character. Then Diddy, who's notorious for having that same, family structure as Future over the decades that we've known Diddy. So these men, they weren't the best characters that you would expect a young woman who has a stepfather who is prominent to date. You see what I'm saying? You wouldn't expect that. Yes, okay, she's the stepdaughter. Maybe that's part of why, she really wants to solidify her access to that fame because she wasn't necessarily born as Steve Harvey's daughter. Perhaps that's one angle to look at it. But this is why people were shocked that you are Steve Harvey's daughter. He probably gives you a lot of money, but yet you're choosing these men. So that's, the way that people looked at her. She was she was an influencer, but these days anybody can be popular on Instagram with, that's with a pretty face and a gorgeous body. Anyone can be popular. It doesn't matter, in terms of like their character or whatever. It doesn't matter. And really, this is her business. This is really her business. But we're talking about the business here. So that's one way to look at it. Then the other thing is, she then dates Michael B. Jordan. And Michael B. Jordan is like the young Will Smith, pre-Will Smith slapping Chris Rock. He is like that Hollywood good guy that everyone loves. The actor that is on his way to be the next, big, Will Smith, Denzel. Obviously, Denzel's talent is on a different level. But I would say Will Smith in his early days, their acting capabilities are comparable, and perhaps Michael B. Jordan could grow into becoming a Denzel over time, because Will Smith really did improve over the years. And so that is what Michael B. Jordan was modeled after. He was seen as this good guy, this, Hollywood actor that every mother wants their daughter to marry, especially black mother. Every black mother wants their daughter to marry him. And so she dates him, and it's like, wow, it's almost as though they're this beautiful, magical couple, Hollywood royalty instantly, and everybody's rooting for them. And it really does clean up her image in a way, because at first she's seen as, you know how these women are seen when they date these men. It's not even like the women that, it's because of the men. And the irony is that the men get glorified for these things, but the women that date these types of men, they don't. They are seen as all sorts of things. But let's not forget, it's the men that are the ones that are the the most ran through, if we're really being serious. But so he really cleans up her image, Michael B. Jordan. But both of them elevate each other. It's great PR for him. Yes, he's a movie star, but he's not relevant as a celebrity until he started dating her. And people have to understand, in 2022, there's a difference between fame and being an actor. You see what I'm saying? When it comes to being famous, when it comes to being a celebrity, acting doesn't do it anymore. Back in the day, 10, 15 years ago, yeah, actors automatically became celebrities. Now, they don't have that access anymore. Musicians become celebrities. Not all, right? But even some musicians have to struggle to enter that celebrity category where people care about what they're doing. Like you talk about people like Bruno Mars, Jason Derulo. These are, they've sold multi-platinum selling artists, but they're not celebrities that people necessarily care about. Like they don't have the fame and the pull. Kim Kardashian is part of the reason why this has happened. The whole reality TV world, Paris Hilton, they kind of shifted the landscape. So acting is just not enough for you to be relevant in Hollywood anymore. And Michael B. Jordan, yes, he's the actor that we love, but he wasn't a relevant celebrity. You're not going to see paparazzi chasing him up and down his house or up and down the streets to find out what he's doing. But now that he dated Lori Harvey, that put him on a celebrity status now. That made him relevant in the blogs. So as much as people will say that he cleaned up her image, sure, he did clean up her image. He did make her seem like a more reputable woman, and it's almost like her past was erased. She too helped his image because she made him relevant, right? She gave him a lot of clout. She made him relevant. She made people talk about him. Now everyone's going to want to know who he's going to date next. Now everyone is going to start following his relationships because of this relationship. And that's how powerful it is when celebrities date each other. They elevate their careers 10 times. I think about Chris Brown and Rihanna, Beyonce and Jay-Z. These things help getting them in the blogs, getting their PR, etc. Kim and Kanye. When celebrities date, it gives them a 10x factor. Now, so with these guys, now Michael B. Jordan, they elevated each other. So I think it's unfair to say he took her out the streets or whatever. I've just heard people say some wild stuff. They elevated each other. He cleaned up her image, and she made him relevant. And I guess, long story short, both of them gave each other clout. So what's next for them? Who knows? I think now he's cleaned up her image, and it could go one of two ways for her. On the other channel, I talk about, the relationship angle of this. Go watch that. Go check that out. I'll probably link to it here down below. But he has cleaned up her image in a way that she could get another movie star. I was saying this before, that I don't think she's gonna get the golden five, which is like young, handsome, wealthy, famous, and respectable. I didn't think she was gonna get the golden five, but she could get it if she dates somebody that's not within the black community and they don't really know what the blogs and all these black YouTubers are saying about her. She could get that golden five, but I think ultimately she's gonna be fine. Like, he's elevated her in a way that I still think she could. I think there's hope for her. I know yesterday I had my analysis was that she can't get this anymore, but I think she could. And sometimes, if you date someone that's young, especially someone in their 20s, they don't. So if she dates someone her age, that person could just really quickly not even know or understand the dynamics of quote unquote her type of woman and fall for her, So she could date someone her age that doesn't understand, or she could date someone that's not in the black community, that doesn't see the way that the black community is talking about her, or especially black men specifically. But I think she's gonna be good. I think she'll be fine. But either way, long story short, I think her career now, what's next for her? Her career now, this is her Paris Hilton sex tape. This is what it is. This is her Kim Kardashian sex tape. And luckily, she didn't even need to do a sex tape. That's why I find it kind of funny, because the way that they come for her, you would think she has a sex tape, but she's only been respectful. Okay, she's dated these questionable men, but she's always been classy. She's always been quiet. You see what I'm saying? So, like, why is there so much negativity towards her? And she's done this strategically, and she's now famous. She's actually famous. So then the next question is, what is she going to do with this? Because she's not a very vocal person, but is she going to become a reality star? Is she going to have a show? Is she going to start acting? What is she going to do with this? Because this is her moment to take her career. She wants to make a career. If she wants to have a career in entertainment, this is the moment to become more than a socialite, because Michael B. Jordan has given you that relevance, by, making you his main girlfriend publicly. So now the question is, what is the future? What do you want to do? The world is your oyster. And whether or not she might end up with this or that, who cares? If she bags herself a career with this opportunity, she will elevate herself in so many ways that she could get anyone she wants. Outside of that, I still think she could get whoever she wants. And there's a difference. People say there's a difference between people being your DMs and actual marriage. I still think she has a good shot at getting like high quality men for marriage. But I'm saying if she takes this opportunity and boosts her career to another level, to new heights, well, she's going to be the next Kim K, minus the sex tape, which is more respectful. But for some reason, because she's black, everyone wants to take it away from her. Don't do that. Anyway, Lori Harvey, glad to see it. Super interesting. Who gave who clout? They both gave each other clout. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Leave a comment down below. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, all the above. My name is Kenim, and see you next time. And guys, Cash App me. See it's at the bottom left corner. That's my Cash App. $, KenimOba. All right, guys. I'll see you next time. And a peace. End stream.